there no sign of her getting married because she was a home bird. She was a mammy's girl. And anyhow, the mother decided that she'd try and get the daughter married, so she asked a local matchmaker. This was years and years ago now. And the matchmaker came up with this fella. There was a neighbour a few miles away. He lived with his father and his brother, and they were farming, and he was in his 40s, he was a fine fella, he didn't smoke or drink, so he got the matches made anyhow, and everything turned out grand. And the day of the wedding, they had into the church and back to the bride's house. Everyone went when they had a feed and whatever they had. And around 10:30 anyhow, the couple decided they'd go up to bed when all the guests were gone. And the mother was down by the fire. And they were starting talking about the day and how it went and what the priest said and blah 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 and all that. Eventually she went off and she talked out in her nightdress. And he sat down on the side of the bed and he was getting ready for the bed as well. And he said, "There's something I want to tell you," he said, "before I go any further. Years ago when I was 10 or 11 or 12, a binder went over my foot in the yards. They were going to cut corn. And I had to go to the hospital and it took away half my foot," he said. Oh, she went down to the mammy, "You've only half a foot." "Ah, you have plenty," she said, "that's enough."
Yes.
This is a similar vein. In the parish of Breed there once lived a man. He was single for most of his life. Now living alone didn't suit him at all, so he went out in search of a wife. It was over in Davidstown. He found what he wanted. A girl that would suit him just fine. She was as strong as a horse with all her own teeth, and not a day past 39. Now, not very wise in the ways of the world, off courting our bold hero went with his good Sunday suit and his shiny new shoes. He sought out the lady's consent. Now she was quick to agree, for she was no fool, and she knew that with 80 good acres, a tractor, a car and a 2-storied house, your man will get plenty of takers. Inside of 3 months an agreement was made and arrangements were well underway. The hotel was booked and the priest was informed, and everything set for the day. Now when the wedding was over and the guests were all fed and the ale and the wine flowing free, at this point in time I sad to relay that their man was as drunk as could be. For the honeymoon they planned a trip to the north, neither wanting to stray far from home, and to avoid the stress of a long tiresome drive to spend the first night in Athlone. When the parked the car outside the hotel, his knees were beginning to sag as he climbed up the stairs behind his new bride, with his nightshirt in a black plastic bag. In a matter of seconds he crawled into bed and snuggled down with his head very deep. Should have stayed in the day was a bit much for him, and in no time he fell asleep. He was brought back to life with a dig in the ribs, his bride all blushing and sweet. "I'm cold," she complained, so he got out of bed and put his overcoat over her feet. And then back to the bed as quick as he could, but his bride was to call him once more. "I'm still cold," she complained, so he got out of bed and went out, slamming the door. Half an hour later he staggered back in with 2 blankets over each arm, and he wrapped them all around her feet in an effort to keep his bride warm. But she started again. "When I was at home living with my mother, when I was you just sleep with me, mother." Oh, shite.
I hope you're wrong back there.
Mother, I won't go back home to Davidstown.
We're snuggled up to us, used to keeping in each other, keeping heat in each other. When I let her roar, look, I gave you a coat, I got blankets with considerable bother. But I'd burn in hell before I go back down to Davidstown for your mother.